Hi, I'm Dan Cortopassi. Welcome to Layout Building. In this episode, I'm going to continue to work on the track on our N-scale Siren Creek project layout. Our N-scale Siren Creek layout is designed to be small enough that Nichole and I can take it with us when we travel in our RV. It's also a way for me to do some model railroading while I'm waiting for the train room for my future HO scale layout to be completed. In the last episode, I built more track, including 2 more turnouts to nearly complete the main line. There's still a gap at the inlet to the harbor, though. As I'm making this program, it's almost Christmas and I want to get the layout running for our annual holiday special. I designed the layout to accommodate this bridge, which I bought used on eBay. Unfortunately, one of my cats got to it and I'm not sure it could be made to work reliably. Even if the bridge was intact, it would take a while to set it up the way I want. Since I'm on a deadline, I decided for now to make a temporary bridge. I took some measurements, did some cutting, and glued together some pieces of scrap wood. The wood bridge fits neatly into the harbor opening. I made the supports high enough so that the top of the wood matches the top of the mainline roadbed. I'm not going to bother with roadbed on the temporary bridge. Since I'm hand laying the track on this layout, and since making hand laid track is a lot of work, I don't really want to make track that I'm just going to toss later. This is a piece of track that came out of the broken bridge. I wasn't going to use this track anyway, but looking at it gave me an idea. I used my razor saw to cut some PC board bridge ties to the same width as this plastic piece. My thought is that I can use these to build the bridge track and then put it into the real bridge later. I would have to build the bridge track anyway, and by using the plastic part as a template, I know the bridge track should fit since it will be the same width. I put some blue painter's tape on the temporary bridge sticky side up with a couple of pieces on the ends to hold it down. Now I've put the bridge in place with the tape on it. Using the bridge track from the lift section once more, I'm marking lines on the tape to show where the lift section will be. I'm going to build the bridge track as one piece, but eventually I'll need to cut it into sections. I want to make sure that there are no bridge ties in the way when I do that. The bridge track is conveniently about the same width as my cork roadbed. I've put a piece of styrene strip on one side of the tape, lining it up with the edge of the roadbed on that side. Sighting down the piece is a good way to make sure it's straight. Now I can start placing ties on the tape, using the styrene as a backstop. That will make sure that they're all lined up neatly. Bridge ties are typically spaced closer together than regular ties. I'm using all PC board ties for the bridge. Once all the ties are in place, I can start tack soldering the first piece of rail. A straight edge helps to make sure everything lines up. Once the rail is tack soldered, the rest of the ties can be done more quickly. Now I can install the narrow gauge rail using my N&N3 track gauges. I'm doing the inner rail first because it's easier to access without the outside rail in the way. I'm putting feeders on both ends of the bridge. Since I'll have to remove this track later, I'm soldering the feeders to the ties. I may change this later when I install the permanent bridge. I've put the outside rail next using my N-scale track gauge. I'm soldering every tie so that the track won't fall apart when I have to transfer it to the permanent bridge. After connecting the feeders under the layout, the main line is now complete. I'm ready to run my first test train. Unfortunately, the track is currently occupied. Once I have a clear track, I can run a train. This is working well so far. We ran the layout while we were shooting our 2021 holiday special and have been running trains on it since then, and the main line is working well. When it comes time to build the permanent bridge, all I'll need to do is desolder the ends of the rails and carefully remove the bridge track from the blue tape. Then I can install the track on the permanent bridge. I'm going to put that task off though until I can cat-proof the layout. Since the main line is working, the next step is to finish the rest of the track on the passing siding and in the yard. I'm really happy that I finally got the Siren Creek running. There's still more track work to do though, so stay tuned and thanks for watching.